Good evening, everybody. Am I audible to everyone? Can you all hear me? Good evening, Rafiq. Helene, good evening. Anoop, good evening. It seems you are attending class after a long time, Anoop. Good evening, everybody. Am I audible to everyone? Rafiq, you were absent last week. Can you all hear me? Nixon, I can't get you. Okay, you were here. Helene, good evening. Anoop, good evening. All right. It seems you are welcome to class. Attending class after a long time, Rafiq. Helene, Nixon. Rafiq, you were absent last week. Okay, Rafiq, you couldn't attend the class because Nixon, I can't get you. All right. Today you all must be enjoying your weekend. Okay, it must have been a holiday for you, isn't it? You can hear me? All right. So, welcome to class. Muhammad Javed, Rafiq, Elaine, Nixon, Anoop. Okay, Rafiq, you couldn't attend the class because of your duty. Many of you did not. All right. Rafiq is working with one of the insurance companies. Today you all must be enjoying your weekend. Friday and Saturday off. It must have been a holiday for you, isn't it? So, in the last class was on export, trade and documentation, if you remember. Who all were there in the last class? I think none of you were there. They were all together. All right. It was all together a new batch. Many of you did not, which was there. Rafiq is working with one of the insurance company in Abu Dhabi. Friday and Saturday off. Now today this is a small revision quiz. In the last class, last class was on blank spaces, trade and documentation. If you remember, it wasn't continuation there in the last class. Previous class. In the previous class, we discussed about the different documents which are used in export. I think none of you were there, and this is just a continuation to that. It was altogether a new batch. So I think many of you might be aware of these terms. You all were not there. So we can just do it. So these are the words which today this is a small revision quiz. These are the blank spaces. It's not a quiz actually. You have to fill in the blank spaces. Then we'll go to the revision topic for today. It was in continuation with the previous class. In the previous class, we discussed about the different documents which are used in export trade, and this is just a continuation to that. Okay, so I think many of you might be aware Muhammad, you are also attending the class after a long time. Muhammad Javed. Do it. These are the words which need to be filled, and these are the blank spaces which have to be filled. We'll first do this one, then we'll go to first is the goods and the services sold to other countries are known as dash. So you have to tell what the answer is, and the choice is this. You can see the choice. Okay, am I audible? Words. Well, the answer to this is very simple. Everyone, in the box you can see various words, and you class after a long time. These words. One of these words will fit in that blank. So what is the answer to this? It's a simple one. You can see the goods and services. The goods and the sold to other countries are known as dash. Very simple. So you have to tell what the answer is, and the choice for the answer. Anoop, Muhammad, Rafiq, Elaine. The choice of words. Well, the answer to this is very simple. Erlin. Welcome to class. You can see various words, and you need to fill with these words. Good evening and welcome. One of these words will fit in that blank. This is your first class with me. What is the answer to this? Erlin. It's a simple one. Is it your first class? The goods and services sold to other countries are known as dash. Very simple. Okay, how many of you have done the assignment? I'm waiting for the answer. Anoop, on classchatter.com. Role play assignment. How many of you have done? Welcome to class. It was on sales. Good evening and welcome. The deadline was class with me like till Saturday. Erlen. So 12 o'clock. Today's is it your first class? Okay, how many of you have done the assignment which was uploaded on classchatter.com? Role play assignment. How many of you have done? It was on sales. The deadline was you haven't till Saturday. Okay, so Rafiq, 12 o'clock. Open it because of the password. You know the password, but still you couldn't open. You have to contact the coordinator for that. Okay. Once you are done with that, I'll be grading you there. Okay, I'll be reading your assignment and grading you. So make sure you are doing it. And if you are not attending the class and then you are trying to do the assignment of the related topic, even if you complete it, you will not be graded for the same. Make it a point that you have to attend all the classes if you want to be graded in every assignment. Okay, your efforts will go waste if you are not going to attend the class and you will just attend the assignment. You will not be graded for that. Both the things have to be done simultaneously. Alright? Is that clear to everybody? Is that fine? What about others? Mohammed Javed? You're not answering. Arlin? Nixon? Nixon, where are you? You're not responding today. What is wrong? Rafiq, you'll have to manage somehow. Just an assignment in a week. That's, I think, that's not too much. I'm not asking for too much. You can manage that. Okay. So, we are done with the first one. The answer is export. And the answer has been given by Elaine and one more student. Who's that? I just don't remember. Nixon, did you give the answer? Now the next one is an export is represented by a flow of money coming into the country. Goods and services bought from other countries are known as dash. Number 2. Please fill the answer. Number 2. Imports. Elaine says imports. What about others? What about others? Just a minute. Okay. Yes. So the answer is imports. Elaine and Anoop are answering. What about others? Rafiq, you're not answering. Nixon, Mohammed Javed. Now next one. An import represents flow of money leaving the country. All exports which can be seen, touched or weighed, such as oil, machinery, etc., termed as dash. This is very simple, but I'll just scroll you to the word box. You can just see from here. They are known as dash exports, something that can be touched, that can be seen. What type of export is that? Visible, exactly. No, Anu, balance of trade. Balance of trade is the statement which we make. That's not the right answer. That's the statement which we make. Okay. The answer is visible, import or export, whatever. Then the next one is all imports which can be seen, touched or weighed are known as visible dash. Very simple. They are known as visible. What are they known as? Visible dash. Visible. You can see visible what? Business. Imports. It's talking about imports. So the answer is imports. Okay. Now the next one. If the visible, this one. Dash measures the difference between the value of visible exports and visible imports. What is the answer to this, Anoop? Number 5th. Dash measures the difference between visible imports and visible exports. You know the answer. The answer is balance of trade. Yes. What is the difference between balance of trade and balance of payment? BOT and BOP. What is the difference between the two? Can you tell me? The answer is just of this visible and invisible. Balance of trade is a statement representing the difference between visible imports and exports. And balance of payment includes non-visible items also, such as the interest to be paid. Okay, interest on investment, taxes, everything, duties. So that all will make up the balance of payment. So next one is, if the visible imports is more than the visible exports, then there is dash balance of trade. What do you think? It's favorable or unfavorable? If the Rafiq, it may be so. You know, whatever is there in the final year, that forms the part of the curriculum of the first year of the next course also. Okay. Elaine says unfavorable. Yes, the answer is unfavorable only. Then the next one, a dash balance of trade is when the visible exports is more than visible imports. I don't know the details, Rafiq. MP25 I am not very sure of. I don't remember the subject by its code. I have to consult the course book, then I can tell you about it. Next one, a dash balance of trade is when the visible exports is more than visible imports. When exports are more than imports, means we are getting more foreign currency than we are giving to the other country. But still you couldn't. What will be the answer? You have to contact the coordinator. It will be for that. Favorable. Okay. Elaine gave that answer. Once you are done with that, I'll be grading you there. Your answer. Okay, I'll be reading your assignment and grading you. The eighth one is make sure you are doing involves the exchange of services. If you are not attending the banking and tourism, and then you are trying to do the assignment of the related topic, even if you complete it, you will not be graded for the same. Make it a point that you have to attend all the classes if you want to be graded in every assignment. Elaine. Okay. Next one. Your efforts will go waste if you are not going foreign holiday attend the class and you will just attend the assignment. What you will not be graded for a holiday. Both the things have to be done simultaneously. Alright? Is that clear to everybody? It is an example of invisible import. Okay? Invisible import. What about others? Mohammed Javed import. Now, you're not answering. If a person invests in a foreign country and earns income where are you? There. You're not responding. That is an example of what is wrong. Invisible export. Okay. You are getting income from a foreign country. Somehow. So you are getting just money. Just an assignment in a week. You are, I think, that's not too much. I'm not asking for too much. Export. You can manage that. The last one. The balance of dash shows all we are done with the first one. The answer is all other countries. And the answer has been given by Elaine and one more student. Who's that? I just don't remember. Nixon, did you give the answer? What is the answer to this one? Balance of export. Now the next one is no term as balance of export is represented by a flow of money coming into the country. Goods and services bought from other countries are known as dash. Number 2. Payment. Please fill the answer. Number 2. Import. Elaine says import. Balance of payment. Balance of trade includes only the visible items. What about others? Balance of payment includes visible as well as invisible items. Okay. So the topic for today is training and development. You all know training and development. It's a very, very important aspect for any organization. If it has to survive in the long run, if it has to keep itself upgraded, then the employees in the company should also be provided. Elaine and Anoop are answering. What about others? Should be developed from time to time. So Mohammed Javed compete in the today's competitive. Now next one. An import represents your money leaving the country. Attending some training and development programs can be seen, touched or weighed, such as oil, machinery, etc. termed as dash. This is very simple, but I'll just scroll you to the word box. You can just see from here. They are known as dash exports, something that can be touched, that can be seen. What type of export is that? Visible, exactly. No, Anu, balance of trade. Balance of trade is the statement which we make. That's not the right answer. That's the statement which we make, okay? The answer is visible, import or export, whatever. Then the next one is all imports which can be seen, touched or weighed are known as visible dash. Now very simple, they are known as visible. Someone played the television at a very high volume. What are they known as? Visible dash. Sorry for that. Okay, so I was asking you, do you all also attend training and development programs in your organization? Do you all go for such programs? Anybody? How many of you are working professionals here? Business? Imports. How many of you are working about imports? So the answer is it doesn't matter where you work and what kind of work you do. It's just that are you working? The visible Anoop, Rafiq, Elaine, Nixon. Dash measures the difference between the value of visible exports and visible imports. Rafiq is working. What is the answer to this, Anoop? Okay. Number 5. Dash measures the difference between. So at some point of time, you must be visible imports and visible some exports. Kind of training might have been provided to you by the company where you are working. It may be a company or it may be any organization where you are working. Yes. Do you get such trainings and development programs? What is the difference between balance of trade and balance of payment? Anybody? Training, BOT any training and you have been through. What is the difference between the two? Okay, 13 training programs. Alright. Anyone else? Can you tell me? Any training program you remember? The answer what you did there? What balance, visible and invisible. Balance of trade is any statement representing the difference between visible imports and exports. Time and priority and balance of payment includes the topic of training. Non-visible items also, such as the interest. Because these are the things which count in today's interest world. On investment. Presentation skills are very important. Taxes, everything, duties. So that all will make up the balance of payment. Surface water treatment. Nixon, what type of a firm do you work for? If the visible imports is more than the visible exports, then there is dash balance of trade. So, just one question to all of you, why were you given such a training? If there was the need, you are already an employee of the company, you are on the payroll. Rafiq, it may be you're getting a salary whatever monthly, is there in the final year, that forms the head of the project. Part of the curriculum of the first year of the next course also. So can you answer this question? Elaine, why training was given to you? Yes, the answer is what was the need for that? You already are an employee of that. A dash balance of trade is when the visible exports is more than visible imports. I don't know the details, Rafiq. MP25 I am not very sure of. I don't remember the subject by its code. I have to consult the course book. When I was then I can tell you about it. Jebel Ali International Hospital. Next one. A dash balance of trade is when the visible exports is more than visible imports. When exports are more than imports, means we are getting more foreign currency than we are giving to the other country. Nixon, you say to serve the purpose more efficiently. It will be so rather we can say to help in the achievement of the objectives of the next organization. Nixon, your training is needed because the 8th one is dash trade, technological and other types of development such as insurance, banking and tourism, which cannot be with them. Such types of development we need and the options are there over here. Suppose I talk about previous times in the banks and all. Invisible trade. What was the method of invisible trade is that? Elaine. Next it was all manually, everything was for a foreign holiday is an example of dash. Everything was done manually. What is that? Now, paying for a holiday, Rafi, in a foreign country. I think it's enough for today. We can now just concentrate on the topic. Okay. It is an example of. So you were having invisible 2 monthly trainings. Okay. Okay, that was good. Invisible import, not trade, Rafi. Import. Okay, Nixon. That's now, also good. Whereas if a person invests in a foreign country and earns income from there, that is an example of. I was just saying that invisible. If we talk about the previous time ban, you are getting income from a foreign country. So you are getting money manually. You are received that the payments were made. Means the collection was made. Passbook upgradation was done. Everything was done. The balance of dash. But now all payments, everything is done between one country and all other countries. So what when the computers have come in, when their use of computers became very popular, and that all happened in the recent years only. Balance of. Then what happened to the old employees? No. Were they thrown out of the company? Were they thrown out of the banks? Anoop, Elaine, Nixon, they were not thrown. They were provided. Erlin, training. Balance of. They were trained. They were trained, yes, and their skills were developed. They were all trained to work on the computer. Balance of work on the different only visible items. Balance of payment in there are many softwares. What are those? Busy is there, okay. Tally is there. So, the top. Then what else? I could remember just 2 names: Busy, Tally, but there are many more. Abacus. Abacus for today an accounting software is training and development. You all know training and development. It's a very, very important. So they all were trained basically aspect for any organization. If it has to survive in the long run, changing if it has to keep itself upgraded, then the employees in the company should also be provided all training highlights the importance their skills should be developed. Now there are different types of training, so that they sometimes there is compete in the today's competitive, and the most popular is on the job training. So when you are directly you all must be also attending some training and development programs in the organizations where you are working. You learn through those circumstances. That is the most practical method. Then there are different types of it: computer training, manual training, and visual training, different types. There are different models of training, there are learning principles, and there are training methods as well. So let's first see. Now what do you think is the difference between training and development? They are two terms which are used interchangeably. We always say training and development program, training and development program. But is there a difference between the two, or the two same? Do you think is there any difference between the two of them, or they are same, training and development? Yes, Elaine. So what's the difference between the two? Can you just tell me? Nixon, what's the difference? Anoop? Nixon, please devote full time to your classes. Anoop, what do you think? The difference between the two, training and development? Yes, development is enhancing your skills and personality. Development is a broader term and training is a narrower term. Training is just for a particular task, we can say, or for a particular scenario, and development is for the whole long. I mean, you can say lifetime. Your personality develops for a lifetime. Okay. Yes, training helps in development. We can say that. So training focuses on a specific job knowledge and skill that is to be applied in the short run. So training is something that is short run, and development is a long run achievement. Development focuses on broad knowledge and insights that may be required for adaptation to environmental demands in the future. Okay? Clear to all of you the difference between the two, training and development? Is that clear? Okay, so now let's see importance of training. Although we already know, but still just we'll have a roundup of it. Respond to technology changes affecting the job requirements. Respond to organizational restructuring. Adapt to increased diversity of the workforce. Support career development and fulfill employee need for growth. Growth, job satisfaction. These are the new terms which have emerged in the recent years. So because of these things only, training is now a very important aspect. What the approach of the people used to be 15 years back, they used to think, okay, I have now joined a company, now I'm going to put my heart and soul over here and I'm going to retire from this company. At the age of 60, I'll just retire from the company and lead a very happy life. But now the thinking has changed. As soon as the young boys or young girls join the company, they work there for 2-3 years maybe, and then they keep on switching, they keep on changing the jobs. So it is just for the sake of growth. They expect growth, they are seeking growth and job satisfaction, which they are going to get only by enhancing their skills through training and development programs. Okay. Now what are the different types of training? Let's see that. Skills training, then retraining, cross-functional, team training. 60, the age of retirement in India. Okay, I was just mentioning that, Rafiq. What's the age of retirement in UAE? Okay, UAE also same. So these are the different types of training. Thanks for information, Elaine. So now let's see them. The first is the skills training. It focuses on the job knowledge and the skill for. It's related to a particular job only. Okay. The scope of this training is a little bit, we can say, narrow. It instructs the new hires, the people who have been newly appointed, and overcoming the performance deficits of the workforce, of the existing people only. That's skill training. Then retraining. Retraining is maintaining the worker knowledge and skill as job requirements changes due to technological advancements or innovations or organizational restructuring. So this is, we can say, the type of training which is very popular, and I guess you all might have gone through this training at some point of time. Retraining. As Rafiq was telling us that he used to be trained twice a month. So that was what? That was a retraining. The same employee was trained again and again to enhance the skills. Okay. Now cross-functional training is when you are trained to handle a variety of jobs in one go. So this is multitasking. This is the time of multitasking. All jobs are very demanding. The organizations are very demanding. Multitasking is expected from everybody, even from a simple homemaker. Multitasking is expected. So this type of training is really useful in such a case. Training employees to perform a wider variety of tasks in order to gain flexibility in work scheduling and improved coordination. Then team training. This type of training is very popular in which sector? Team training. What do you think? Which sector highlights, focuses on this type of training, team training? Anoop, Rafiq, Elaine, Nixon. Which sector? In which type of company team training is very popular? Software. Elaine, in software, who says software? Elaine says, no? No, Nixon said that. So in software companies, the training emphasis is more on enhancement of skills. Team training is very popular in insurance companies, in the jobs which are related to sales targets, achievement of sales targets. In such types of companies, you get team training. Okay. Now, creativity training. Using innovative learning techniques to enhance the employee ability to spur new ideas and new approaches. As we discussed about the banks, the banking sector. In banks, the training is of creative type. Yes, there was some disturbance in the background. Now literacy training. Sorted that. What is this? Someone played the television at a very high volume. Such as mathematics, reading, writing, and effective employee behavior. So I was asking you, do you all also attend training and development programs in your organization? You can see, do you all go for training programs? Anybody? How many of you are working professional schools, colleges, and even organizations work at times? It doesn't matter where you work and what kind of work you do. Next is just that are you working? Instituting a variety of programs to instill awareness, tolerance, respect and acceptance of persons of different race, gender, etc. and different backgrounds. Okay. This type of training, where do you get? So, diversity at training. Some point of time, you must be having some kind of training might have been provided to you by the company. Apart from the organization, it may be a company or it may be any organization where you are working. Cross-cultural awareness and development programs. So can you share your experience of organizations and anybody training? Any training you have popular in colleges? Okay, 13 training programs. All right. Anyone else? In military, there is just one type of training. That is training program you remember. On the job training. What you did there. Tough training. What all was done. So you see such type of training in any memories you have. Colleges rather. Because people from different backgrounds. Time and priority management. Coming in. That was the topic of training. Presentation skills. Like they all have to adjust. Because these are the things which count in today's world. Presentation skills are very important. Customer service training. So training to improve the communication, better response to customer needs, and ways to enhance the customer satisfaction. Nixon, what type of a firm do you work for? This is very much needed in every organization. Customer service program. Because every company has a... So, just one question to all of you. Why were you given such a training? What was the need? You are already an employee of the company. You are on the payroll. First is the need. You are getting a salary monthly. What is the purpose? These are the steps actually. The first is need assessment, developing and conducting training, and then evaluating training. That is another part. That's good. So can you answer this question? Why training was given to you? What was the purpose? What was the need for that? What are the reasons for you already such type of training? Are an employee of that company. The changes in the sales and operating plans, the productivity measures keeps on changing. Technological changes are there. Organizational restructuring is there, and changes in the workforce. Muhammad Mahfouz, good evening and welcome to class. Why did you join so late? When I was in the Jebel Ali International Hospital for the past 4 years. Okay. As an Arabic typist. Muhammad. Okay. So you were given training. Okay. Nixon, you say to serve the purpose more efficiently. Yeah. So rather we can say we are today help in the achievement training of the objectives of the organization. Good evening. So training is needed because every now and then technological and other types of developments are taking place. About training and development, keep pace we have just discussed such types of development. What is training and development and what is the need of it? Basically, suppose I talk about previous times. Why do we need training and development? What was the method of now we are working in bank? Discussing about the different types of training. It was all manually. Everything was done manually, isn't it? Yes, manual, Elaine. Everything was done manually. But now Rafiq, Now, I think at the job level for today, we can now just concentrate on the job and task analysis. Okay. You have to analyze. So you were having job two times what is expected of you. Okay, that was good. What you are expected to achieve actually. So that is job and task analysis. That's also good. Then review procedural and providing training to your juniors. And according to all these things, the training program I was just saying design. Training program. If we talk about the previous time ban, everything was done manually. In one organization, the cash was counted manually. The receipt, but in the other payments were made. That collection was made. Passbook upgradation was done. Everything was done manually. It has to be flexible. But now we see everything is done through the computers. Needs of the so what when the computers varies from person to person. When their use of computers became very popular, and that all happened in the recent years only, then what happened to the old employees? What they thrown out of the company? Were they thrown out of the bank? They need to find out who all needs training. They were not thrown. And what kind they were provided. They can conduct. Yes, they were trained. And they were trained. They can and their skills were developed. They were all trained to work on the computer, to work on the different softwares. Busy. Then performance should be reviewed. There are many softwares. What are those? Busy is there. Tally is there. And this is very popular in what else? Colleges and all. I could remember just two names, Busy, Tally, but there are many more. Abacus. Now we can see the different methods of training. Is classroom, an video, film, computer assisted. I'm not very sure of that. With video and simulation of the job training. So they all were trained basically. You all understand classroom instruction training. To keep pace with the training changing that we are doing right now. Okay. Right now we are having a classroom instruction. This all itself highlights the importance of now the pros and cons. Now there are different types of training. Advantages and disadvantages of the same are mentioned. And the most popular is efficient dissemination of the large volume of directly put on the job means then you are information reaches a large number of people and then you learn through those in just one go. Circumstance. Okay, that is the effective and explaining concepts. Then there are different types of it. Computer training, opportunities for discussion, manual training, and visual training. Different advantages and disadvantages. There are different models of training. There are learning principles, and there are training. That is disadvantage. It means learner does not control the pace or content. Does not consider individual differences. Let's see. Now, what do you think? Everyone has their own understanding. So they are two terms. Age-right student is able to understand in one group. You always say training and development program. Training and development program. Student, but might just want another revision, another repetition of the topic. So we have to assess that actually. Then limited practice is there, limited feedback, and limited transfer. Or they are job, training and development. The next is video and film. Now what does this do? The pros and cons are mentioned here. I'll just put the PPT. Oh, sorry. The pros are it's very real. It adds interest. Whenever I show a video to you, so then you become more interested, isn't it? You are much more involved in the class then. So it adds interest. Allows scheduling flexibility, allows exposure to hazardous events, allows distribution to multiple sites. The cons are does not consider the individual differences, limited practice, limited feedback, and limited transfer to job. Then computer assisted instruction. This is something very, we can say it all depends on the machine. No personal touch is there. In computer assisted instruction. The pros are efficient instructions, consider differences, allow scheduling flexibility. These are all the pros. You can just read them. Okay. It's not very like there's nothing which can be explained over here. Means in these parts. You can just read, then we can go ahead. I'm just going forward now. Now computer instruction with video. Same as
yes,
the computer.
So what's the
difference
training
between the two?
Can you just tell me?
So the pros and cons are almost the same.
Nixon, what's the difference?
Now what is the difference?
Anu?
The only difference is of the cost. The costing of such a training is very difficult. Computer assisted instruction with video. It's too difficult. It's too expensive actually. And every
Nixon,
company
please
cannot
devote full time to your
it.
classes.
Now simulation or vestibule. Now what is this type of training? Vestibule training.
Anu,
can anyone
what
tell
do you
me?
think?
Vestibule training. Anoop, Rafiq, Elaine, Muhammad. Nixon. Vestibule training. What is this? Simulation or vestibule training? Yes, Elaine. It is almost like real training. What is done actually in this type of training is a real like situation is created. A situation very close to the real one is created, and then the people are asked to work under such conditions. So they are given a very concrete training. Okay, that is simulation. Yes, astronauts and pilots go through this type of training, and even in the military sometimes mock drills are done. Military and fire brigade mock drills are done, isn't it? So what is the purpose of these? The purpose of these is to check the preparedness of the concerned party, means whether it's a military team or a fire brigade team, whatever, to check that also, and also to provide a very concrete training to them. Like in aircraft simulators. So it's a very expensive affair. It's very expensive. It's not very easy to get such type of training. Then on the job training. This is perhaps the best type of training. It's like when the trainees, the interns are trained on the basis of this type of training. It's very real. Active practice is there, provides immediate feedback, motivation is high, transfer to job is high, and lowers the training cost. The companies are getting their work done also, and they are training also. So the cost, we can say, is very low if we compare it to the benefits that we are getting. Then there is disruption to operations. It may damage equipment. There is a possibility if a layman gets onto this type of training, he or she may just disturb the whole thing. Then inadequate focus on underlying principles, lack of systematic feedback. Okay. Now off-the-job training is through case studies, role plays, conference methods, and lectures. So this is the reason why you are having case studies classes, special classes on case studies. Are you all attending those classes? Okay. So the purpose is that is just a off-the-job training. Yes, you are given a situation and then you have to use your brain and you have to use your prejudice to answer. Yes, it's Jude sir's class. Then role plays. The last assignment which I have uploaded on classchatter.com training and is on role play only. I'll just development with that. Enhancing your skills and personality. You have to do role play. Development is a broader term. What you have to actually do is you have to work as the salesman of the company, and you have to frame the dialogues which you are going to use according to the different situations. Is a narrower term. There are three different situations. Training is just for a particular, and you have to frame dialogues for those situations which you are going to use as a salesman. Okay. So that is the assignment which I have uploaded there, we can say, or for a particular scenario. Method is there, and development lectures are there for the whole long. I mean, you can say lifetime. Your personality develops for a lifetime. Now this is employee performance management. How the employee's performance is measured, evaluated, and then it is measured. It is managed also, so that the results in the future are very appropriate. This is something which we don't need to do. I'll now take you to another, you can say that PPT, that is on this is like a case study which we will be seeing. It's about Infosys company. You all know about Infosys? No? You don't know about Infosys? Sorry, I was drinking water, so I was quiet for a while. Infosys is it's a software company. It's Indian company, and it's like working in various streams. It's a big company in India, we can say, and now it has got set up in other countries as well. So its head office is in Bangalore actually, not in Mumbai, Rafiq. It must be having an office there. So it's known as Infosys Technologies. Previously it was known as, and it's an Indian global technology service company headquartered in Bangalore. It is ranked 27 in the list of top companies of India out of the 500 companies. It has offices in 29 countries. Okay. So that's all the data of the company. So we can just guess how much big this company is, because it operates in 29 countries. So vision and mission of the company is given. So we go to next now. So what are the services they offer? They are working in aerospace, automotive, banking, capital markets, communication service, energy and utilities, healthcare, insurance, life science, manufacturing, media, retail, service, transportation and service. So lots of areas are there in where it's working. Now, how is the training done here? Training and development is a subsystem of the organization. Means it goes on continuously. It is not that you will be trained after a month or 3 months. It is an ongoing process in a big company like Infosys. Now the areas are studying training activities, analyzing training programs, and evaluating the training. So these are the different steps. Now how is the process designed in Infosys? Training needs and analysis is done. Then development, training objectives are decided. Measures the training result. Then implement the training programs. Design the training evaluation approach. And it also reviews the available training methods. Then design or select a suitable method, that's going to be useful in the training in that particular section.
Now there are three types of training need analysis. First is organizational need analysis,
knowledge and skills that is to be applied in the short run.
Need analysis.
So training is something that is short run, and development.
Okay. Now this is training and development department. There are different teams in this. Corporate training team is there and organizational development team is also there. Training department is divided across different verticals. Communication service providers, example British Telecom. The employees of such a big company are expected to be very good in communication skills. So to enhance the communication skills, British Telecom
achievement.
The company has
development focuses on broad knowledge
training
and insight
to British Telecom. Okay. Now banking and capital market, example UBS and Dutch Bank. Then manufacturing vertical is Cisco, Ingram, Micro. Insurance and healthcare, Aon. Emerging markets, Yahoo and British Petroleum. There are different verticals where this company is operating. Rafiq, what you write? Planning, organizing,
required for adaptation.
These are different
to
functions of
demands in the future.
Okay. Okay. Clear to all of you the difference between the two, training and development? Now what are the different methods of training? Conference training is there, lecture training is there, seminars are organized. This is perhaps a very popular method, seminar. You might have attended seminars, isn't it? Okay, so now let's see importance of training. Although we already know, but still just we'll have a roundup of it. Respond to technology changes affecting the job requirements. Respond to organizational restructuring. Have you attended a seminar? Adapt to increased diversity of the workforce. Support career development and full. Okay, so what was it about? Can anyone tell me? What was it about? About your company and company's performance, isn't it? Then demonstration is also there, panel training, role playing, case studies, simulations, self-discovery, movies, videos, computer-based trainings, on-the-job training and mentoring. No, Nixon, is it how is simulation or what is simulation?
Job satisfaction.
These are the new terms. You need to know what has emerged in the recent years. Yeah. So simulation
because of these
training
only,
in which training
a very real
is now a very
important
situation is created.
Aspect.
And then the person who need to be trained are asked to work according to that. It's a real type training. Situations are very much close to the real.
They used to think, okay, I have now joined a company.
That is simulation.
Now I'm going to put my heart and soul over here, and I'm going to retire from this company. At the age of 60, I'll just retire from the company.
Now, what is the infrastructure of the company?
It is, but now the thinking has
so many verticals.
As soon as the young boys or young girls join the company,
there are classrooms, halls,
work there for 2-3
the Mysore campus is the world's biggest training center.
They keep on switching. They keep on changing the
holds
jobs.
a campus in Mysore.
It is just for the sake of growth. They expect
Karnataka
state of
growth,
India, and job satisfaction.
And this company holds
they are going to get
biggest campus
by
the biggest training
enhancing their skills through training and development programs. Okay,
it adds 12,000 employees every year. The boys and girls, 12,000.
Now, what are the different types
get
of
training every year?
Let's see that.
Every year.
Skills training, then retraining, cross-functional, team training. 60. The age of retirement.
The facilities at the training
in India.
Center of the emphasis comprise of food
court,
employee care center, theatre, education.
What's the age of retirement in UAE?
And beside the hostel.
Okay, this UAE also same.
About the infrastructure of the training department. So these are the different types of now in-house training program.
Training.
How is it done? Thanks for information, Elaine.
Tailored and delivered.
Now let's see
it is designed. It's tailored. Tailored is something which is very much as per the theoretical aspect. Means your creativity is not given any space. You have to go with what is written on the paper. That is tailor-made. So in-house training is very tailor-made in case of this company. So this is the whole procedure. Training needs are assessed, then training coordinator is appointed, training team is appointed, then training and planning workshops are conducted, in-house trainers are identified, then document development training, plans and schedules are done, identifying the outside training resources. And after doing all this,
it focuses on the job knowledge and the skill board. It's related to a particular job.
Develops the training module.
Okay. Conduct of this training evaluates progress and document, we can say narrow
expansion plans.
It instructs the
So induction and training program is there. Higher efficiency trained on project management training sessions. The new recruits are trained at the Global Education Center in Mysore.
Soft new hires, the people who have been newly appointed, and overcoming the performance deficits of the existing people only.
Ireland, what are soft skills? Soft skills are actually the skills of your personality. Okay, you may be very well qualified, you may be earning very well, but if your general behavior is like not up to the mark, when you are in the society, you might be speaking very loudly, so much loud that your voice may be little harsh. That is not a very good sign. That is going to disqualify your personality from being a complete person. So that is soft skill training is given in that case.
Then
morality.
Retraining is maintaining the worker knowledge.
Adaptability, Nixon. It's adaptability. Okay. So this is also very important. Your soft skills. You might be well qualified, but you don't know how to interact in a group of people. So that's not called for. We need to hear someone else also. No, there's no one around. Arlen, can you hear me now? Okay. Then quality training, technical training. These are all the different types of training which are given. Then career development is chalk out the career path for all. Should have completed 18 months in Infosys and provided by career counselor. Means they offer these type of services to the people who come for training over there. So you can see they offer MBA also to their working students, and 50% of the fees is reimbursed by the company. So that's a very good move. A good way to keep the employees entangled with them only. They might not just switch over very quickly. That's a very good move. We can say clever move. Soft skills are your personality skills. How you speak, how you carry your personality, how you eat your food, how you interact with people in a group. Those are all soft skills. Okay, Rafiq? Yes, basically your behavior skills. Is that clear, Arlen? Can you hear me now properly? So this is then at the end the evaluation is done, and then the training is completed. Okay, so this is just an example of the result and effect of training. And now our class is also about to be over. So we'll meet in the next class. I hope you all will be present, and please fill the feedback form which you are going to get at the end of the class. And you can get these PPTs from the at the portal of IMTS. All right.
and complete the assignment which has been assigned to you. I'm going to give you the grade then and there only.
And
you can
see
see
your
your
requirements changes.
grade there only. Okay.
Technological
Thanks for that feedback, Rafiq. You have to give it on the in the feedback form. So everybody, thanks for your time.
We can
see you tomorrow. Also, I have a class. So see you all tomorrow at 8 o'clock your timing. Thanks for your time.
This training at some point of time.